So I said to him, dude, those are my socks. You can't do that with my socks. They're mine.
You know what? And he was wrong to do that with your socks. Those are your socks. Your capital Y socks.
You know, it feels really good to hear someone else say it. Like, I knew it, but it feels really good to hear it.
And speaking of your socks, this is Clef Club with Pope and Cody. Pope, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm not too bad, I tell you what. I had something and I immediately forgot it, so this is going to be a good episode. Oh
shit.
Boy.
There we go. Out the gate. Today's episode sponsored by Zero Sugar Mountain Dew. Let's see. From the dews of the mountain, I'm making shit up because I don't see a description here. I'm winging it, as they say. Is that the right term? Winging it?
Yep.
I haven't been in Hollywood that long. It's had carbonated waters, citric acid, and a bunch of other ingredients to get you through your day. Diet Dew. Dew. The Diet Dew.
Also brought to you by Frank's Red Hot Sauce. I put that shit in everything. My foreskin falls under everything.
Okay, correction. This is actually Zero Dew, not Diet Dew. There is a difference. One tastes like battery acid. One just kind of tastes like ass.
I mean, we're millennials. One of those isn't exactly a hard no.
Oh, man. So, yeah, here we go. You can tell I'm in week 2 of professional podcasting. We are pros. Let's get to the next segment, I think, baby.
Dude, I've been doing this shit since like 2020, and I'm still just and umming and fucking consistently. I've been doing this shit in a whiner since I was 15, and I'm still the king of and fucking.
No, as I found out last week, getting a chance to listen back, I am the king of the phrase "you know," and I am really gonna try hard to not. If I notice that phrase coming up in my cerebral on deck, I will beat that motherfucker with a bat before he gets a chance to swing.
The worst thing that you can do for your own speech patterns is, like, do a podcast and then listen back to it. Like, I didn't realize how much I laughed at my own jokes until someone else pointed it out to me, and now I can't unnotice it. I can't unnotice it. It is ruining my life. I cannot unnotice it.
Oh, yeah, then I definitely do not recommend going back and listening. Everybody else should listen, and I will still, because, oh, shit, here we go again. As long as I'm not saying that other phrase, and it's like I got the Cartman V-chip installed, so, like, if I say that phrase, I might get zapped, so,
It's got the taser right underneath the thigh, just in case.
No, but if not for nothing, it is a good coach in that, like, a lot of people probably have shitty speech patterns that they have no idea about, and they don't have the benefit of listening to themselves on a podcast. So,
sure.
Like, if anything else, if this can, make me a better speaker in general, then this isn't for nothing.
No, that checks out. Should
have mentioned it at the top. We're actually trying to get some video going today.
Making an attempt.
We're getting fancy here. I'm coming to you live from the command center.
I'm coming to you
the same
live
tube
from
as Zordon.
This fucking pit. My dude, what you need to do, don't bust your balls doing this, but what you need to do is, for your background, get a picture of the fucking command center from, like, I almost said Pokemon, Jesus Christ. Get a picture of the command center from Power Rangers, and, like, if you could zoom it in just right to make it look like you're in the Zordon tube.
Okay.
And if you could, like, paint yourself light blue, perhaps find, like, a bald cap and a bed sheet.
Rangers. I don't know. You said Pokemon. You said that, and it's just funny because now I'm just picturing we're gonna put this big ass tube inside of a Pokemon Center next to some Rattatas and trying to heal up and shit.
Just like a giant...
Nurse Jenny, you need to act swiftly, and may the power protect you.
Aye, fucking Chansey!
It's... Oh man. So how's your week been?
You know what, man? My week has not been the worst. It has been lovely. It has been uneventful, which is like, I don't know, man. You get to a certain age where it's just like an uneventful week is honestly kind of a blessing. You just like breathe, kick your feet up, rub your nipples a bit, and feel secure in the fact that nothing fucked up has happened. Your week is boring.
No, no, there is something to be said about no news is good news.
Dude,
I
it is the best news at my age.
um
I'm 32. Nothing good happens to motherfuckers at 32.
uh uh yeah, so I guess there's no easy way diving into this. So we're just gonna talk about it. Anybody that knows me a little bit and follows on social, you might know that you know, had to say bye to Cat Paul yesterday. Shit sucked. There's no easy way. I'm fucking sad about it, and I'm probably gonna be for a while. But that's one of the reasons me and Pope talked last week. One of the reasons why we're hopping on and doing this, because I think it's important to stay connected and talk to people. When shit's going good, when shit's getting bad. You know, uh, there's a song about, needing motherfuckers to lean on sometimes that I think was pretty famous and got some radio play. I think that
Home,
song did okay for itself.
Homies by Insane Clown Posse.
Ah, yes, yes.
Who loans you
That's not
money,
quite the
homie?
song I had
Who
in mind.
owes you cash? Who taught you how to use the bong for the grass? I'm just saying.
Yeah, Paul, the 19-year-old cat, was just, indeed, just a juggalo talking about the homies. Uh,
19 is incredible for a cat, man. Holy shit.
that's the thing, man. Like I'm sad about it, but like the more I think about it, like it's almost selfish to be sad because like for a cat, it's about the best fucking run you can ask for.
Oh god, yeah.
Like 19 years, like if she was sick, like it didn't really like she didn't stop eating till like the last fucking day, like literally like the night before. That's when that shit started really slowing down, and decided, because basically in the span of like the past year, she was losing her hearing, she was losing her sight, like she was blind as fuck. That like I think that time you popped over a couple weeks ago, like she was blind and kind of like her hearing was kind of gone at that point.
Yeah.
Uh, but no, man, 19 years. And the only, she was stubborn as fuck till the very end. It just got to the point where she literally couldn't stand up without taking bumps into the wall, into the floor, and she just there's like no fucking quit. Just just kept on taking bumps for detriment. Much like Ric Flair. That's why we want old Rick to stop. No offense to old Nature Boy, but there's a lot of nature in old Paul. So
I'm just imagining Ric Flair with like the cat ears and like the whisker. I'm basically imagining like cat girl Ric Flair right now.
it's just
And I have to be honest, closest to suicide I've been in a while. This is awful. This is fucking atrocious.
oh man.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Yeah.
Oh man, I had something in mind, but I completely forgot. You kind of took me off guard there. I appreciate that.
I'm sorry, cat girl Ric Flair took me the fuck out too, for what it's worth.
Oh yeah, you said cat girl Ric Flair, which brings up a point. And I acknowledge that this is completely my fault. Um, but I have caused so much confusion because I'm the one that named Paul, which is already a strange name for a cat.
I mean, that's
Uh,
why I love it.
Paul is a girl cat, which makes it even funnier. Like, and it's not some sort of like radical ideologization. I'm not trying to transgender my cat. Her name is just Paul. Like,
I'm not trying to transgender my cat. Her name is just Paul. Alright, we got our first chunk of merch.
say we'll edit that clip into a short. We'll get some traction for sure.
Put that on a bumper sticker. Make
Oh,
sure
did I tell you that?
Make sure that we got a piece of merch for all the short haul truckers in Arkansas that listen to our show. We're not
No,
letting
but
the pit die, episode 2.
but no, the reason I named her Paul to begin with. Did I ever tell you why I named her Paul?
You did not.
Okay, it's gonna be kind of a fun story. I don't know how much of a story it is per se, but do you remember that episode of Family Guy? I don't exactly know which one, but there's a gag where Mayor Adam West was chasing some bad guys, and he was using a cat launcher as a weapon, and he fired some cats out of the bag.
Who names a cat Paul?
Yep,
That's a people name.
Yep, exactly. He was putting the cats back in the bag. All right, back in the bag. Come on, Mittens. Come on, Fluffy. Come on, Paul. What a ridiculous name for a cat. Paul. That's a person's name. A person's name. Ah, Paul.
Oh, dude. Adam West
But
was
yeah,
so
that
fucking good on Family Guy.
oh yeah, for sure. And like, yeah.
I love knowing that, like, that is how that cat got its name. Just an obscure Family Guy bit.
Well, 100%, because like we already had her as a kitten and like little kitten, and like we're bouncing back and forth between like potential names. Like I think like the beta name where the household was going around with for a while was Oreo. You know, just because she's white and black. A little fluffy kitten.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, it's got. And like I just remember that episode of Family Guy came up, and I just started randomly calling her Paul just because I thought that was a funner name, and it just stuck with everybody. So I forced that. Oh, what's funny? You've never even heard of her sister Leonard.
What the fuck?
That's a completely different story. That's off a Chappelle Show skit. That has nothing to do with cats. Me and my buddy at the time, his name was also Brandon. We had this sketch that we liked. The World Series of Dice. There was a character on there named Leonard Washington, and he was also on the racial wife swap. I
think I remember.
He's like, just this bit. He like had this wig and like had this shitty facial hair, just smoking Newports. Well, Leonard Washington don't play that. Let me tell you what Leonard Washington is going to do. Leonard Washington's going to put a foot up that ass. Like, I don't know if I can do that voice or not. Like, that's probably the William Hung voice was kind of rolling the dice last week, so we're gonna end up on fucking Rumble with all this fucking speech.
We'll see you on Kick next week, everyone.
YouTube ain't gonna be having none of this shit.
Catch us on Friendster. It's the only social media platform that'll still have us. Unfortunately, we're too long hair for Truth Social.
But yeah, no, it's good that we got to, because I know some people, they're like, oh, it's, just a pet,
I like animals more than I like people, so that argument's already off on a bad fucking footing.
Yeah, man, and like, with Paul, it just sucked because that was the last of a group of like 4 cats that we kind of got when I was a teenager at my mom's.
Right.
So I was like 15, 16 years old. So like that cat's been around a long fucking time. There's Milo. Another pet running.
Chungus.
Say, I'm really hoping. Yeah, because ironically, fucking Paul did a little run in last week, but sadly, I don't think the saved audio for the finished podcast. It ended up making the final cut, but I mean,
Aw,
I do have plenty of photo video, so
that's good. That's good.
I mean, yeah, as most pet parents do.
I definitely wish I would have took more video of my rabbits back when I had them. Plenty of pictures, but I didn't take a whole lot of videos of Daddy and Fluffy.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
It is what it is.
All right, so so speaking off of kind of to shift gears a little bit, I was talking a little bit earlier about learning from mistakes and picking up on bad habits, and you know, God damn it, I said it, I said it, I said it.
May I just point out that the timing of that particularly mint. That leaves a nice aftertaste. I'm getting some citrus in there.
It's like I wrote that, and I swear I did not write that. That was a complete accident. But
So was I.
in the spirit of learning from mistakes, what I did, since like our viewer base is like very small, and the people that are listening, most it's people that are it's either us or gonna be people close to us, our friends and stuff, and they're not gonna be mean. So I
Yeah.
asked,
Paper
we're
mill workers
talking
from Wyoming.
exactly. But figure, okay, I want some criticism, some positive criticism. It would be nice to kind of get a review, but uh, what I did here is I asked our friend old Meta A1 to write a review of the Clef Club show,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and I asked it to be nice, be very nice. Definitely don't use any swearing. Don't use roast humor. And don't call us a bunch of fucking morons. So, just like, let me pull up
So
the
you
review
could have
here.
just said, don't make it sound like Pope's dad.
All right. I don't know if I'm gonna do a special voice for this or not. There's this gag. Were you aware of a show called Mind of Mencia?
Dude, we're like the same age. Come on now.
Okay.
Hey, are you aware of this thing called the sky?
Okay. Well, the show was fucking mostly garbage. But there,
Oh, dude, it aged like hot cockadookie, and all the shit that was good about it was lifted from fucking Sam Kinison.
oh no, and like the shit, like, it
It's
wasn't
such a
great then, and it
beautiful
aged
relic
poorly.
of. It's such a beautiful relic of its time. If you want to know what it was like to be like 13 in 2005, go back, watch that show while drinking an energy drink called Balls. It's still out there. Go track it down. That is
Mind
what
of
it feels.
Mencia is actually hard to find and stream. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can steal it somewhere. I actually, God, like a year ago, picked up some hard copies at Disc Replay or Media Reload, one of those DVD resale places, just
I was gonna
because it was
guess
hard to find.
I was gonna guess a flea market, so that sounds about right.
There's this bit that they do. They do it episode 1 or maybe even 2, I think, where Peter Boyle comes out and reads a negative review of the show. You know, have you ever watched the video of Peter Boyle reading a negative review of Mind of Mencia?
I don't remember that bit off the top of my head.
Oh God, I gotta share the video with you at some point. I'm not gonna repeat the jokes here because I'm already worried about getting thrown off the platforms already before we even get started.
I'm sure that footage exists on YouTube somewhere if you're curious, folks. I'm sure, I know I'll be
Yeah.
tracking it down soon.
Yeah, Peter Boyle's appearance on Mind of Mencia was by far the very best part of that show, way better than that show deserved. Peter Boyle's a fucking gem. Oh man.
Wasn't,
Just it.
no, Wayne Brady choking a bitch came from Chappelle's show.
Yeah.
That is the legacy of Mind of Mencia form, for me personally. Just, man, remember when that show did that was Chappelle's show, never mind.
Okay, so basically, I mentioned that skit to mention I'm going to read this negative review in the style of Peter Boyle reading that review on Mind of Mencia. So it's just going to be like an angry old man review here, brought to you by Meta AI and McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-da-da. I'm loving it. These two numbskulls can't even string a coherent sentence. Wait. Oh, how ironic. I'm fucking up the review on the first one. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's... All right.
Hang
Here
on
we
a
go.
minute. Hang on a minute. Can I just marinate in what the fuck just happened? You did not start in the middle of the review with that goddamn sentence. You did... Bro, did you just prove the fucking AI review right? Shit!
Holy shit, AI knows more than I was letting on. Okay.
Oh my god, it's learning.
Take two.
Skynet's real.
These two numbskulls can't string together a coherent sentence. This is more Muhammad McCheese now. More inside humor. Cody Leedy and Pope Brandon Bronson are like a dynamic duo of dumbasses. Their podcast is a train wreck you can't look away from, mainly because you're morbidly curious to see how low they can sink.
No, bitch, I'm morbidly obese, not morbidly curious. Get it right.
I love how I started that Muhammad McCheese like a shitty Jesse Ventura, but like that ended Gilbert Gottfried.
I love how
All
this
right.
is just reading like a fucking Jim Cornette promo.
Okay, there's more. Take, for instance, their glaring error about the Zilwaukee Bridge. Fucking morons. You called it the Zimmerman Bridge. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you guys even do research? Are you trying to be wrong on purpose?
Oh, we did talk about the bridge last week.
Yeah, there was a bit where, to be fair, I told the prompt to do this. We're trying to come up with the name of the bridge, and we came up with the wrong name. That was my bad. I'm the one that chose that. So, okay. The episode is like watching a pair of amateurs stumble through a bad improv session. Their topics are stale, their jokes are forced, and their chemistry is non-existent. It's like they're competing in a who can be the most cringeworthy contest. Honestly, it's a close call. Fuck. Okay, Dad.
Alright, now that Robotic Jim Cornette has said their piece, allow me to retort.
Oh, there's more.
Carry on.
I got about 2 more paragraphs. I mean, these bubble fucks completely lack self-awareness. Do they genuinely think they're funny? Or are they just pretending to be obtuse? It came up with the word obtuse. Newsflash, guys. Being stupid isn't cute. It's just stupid. Alright, there's one more little thing here. All in all, the Clef Club podcast is a hot mess of incompetence, stupidity, and general all-around awfulness. If you value your sanity, stay far, far away from this dumpster fire. So, Pope and Cody, here's a message from me, Meta AI, to you. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, well, I can ejaculate, so...
I've never been told off by AI before, so that was kind of fun to read. I don't know, that was much funnier in my head, but like reading it out loud, it's like, man, that's just... I'm just sad now, like, fucking Paul's gone, and now I'm getting chewed out by the fucking drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket.
I don't know, man. I feel like anyone that has a Twitter account's been chewed out by AI at some point. So at some point you got on the wrong end of a Russian psyop that's trying to sell you pussy.
Just... Oh, man. No, like, fuck, Man, I thought that would help take the sting off the prior situation a little bit, and like... God damn, and like... I may have poured gasoline on that fire. Speaking of which, fucking... Yeah, losing a cat on May 19th is kind of funny if you're a wrestling fan. Because, like, you associate that date with the trauma that happened in Kane's life. So there's some jokes about K- Kane working there and setting off the pyro for the cremation. I don't know, like there's elements of jokes there. I'm too sad to put them together.
There's something there.
I appreciate that I was at least able to reach for something. Like,
Yeah, it is astounding to me, like, sitting back and looking at the entirety of Kane's career. And I guess this can be said about a lot of wrestlers, especially with, like, speaking of persuasion. It's incredible to me how some people can have, like, long, very successful careers and be involved in, like, as many god-awful storylines as they fucking were. Holy shit, Kane was involved in some stinkers.
yeah, very fucking resilient. Like, he kind of came away from that, maybe
Not to
short.
bring up Katie Vick 2 weeks in a row, but let me just go ahead and bring up Katie Vick 2 weeks in a row to kind of prove my point.
Yeah, we're 2 for 2 about talking about how Kane is Teflon, the big red machine. He's bounced back from more shit than, I don't know, insert poo poo joke here. I don't know. That last segment took a lot out of me. Sorry.
Good. On the topic of wrestling, my fucking big rant for this week. We are in the middle of the May sumo tournament. Cody Leedy, have you ever given sumo wrestling a shot?
It's funny you mentioned that because I feel like sumo's kind of half-ass getting to the zeitgeist now. To bring up weird words that I didn't know existed until I watched a weird video. But no, because I had they did this thing on what was it? Pat McAfee's Big Night at AHT that he did a couple months ago. They did a segment where they brought in Shane Gillis to referee a sumo match, and it is exactly what you thought it was. It was just Shane like not knowing how sumo works. To be fair, I don't really fully know how sumo works, but I find it very freaking interesting. There's a event that I keep seeing in my feed. I don't know if it already passed or not. There's going to be some sumo wrestling going on at Soaring Eagle in Mount Pleasant.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they're doing a whole thing where like they're doing some sort of like sort of culture night where they're having like a bunch of like authentic sushi and shit like that being served. Like it's going to be like a whole experience.
Okay.
Like that sounds dope as fuck. But yeah, what were you gonna say about sumo wrestling? I'm sorry, I kind of got off.
No, you are fine. We are
fascinated.
We are in day. Well, I have seen up to day 8 of the current sumo tournament, which is, for those of you who are uninitiated, the average sumo tournament has 15 days. It's a 16-man round robin style tournament. Just, boom, 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 all happening in a row. I had thought that I had spared myself the indignity of being a Detroit sports fan. The pain, the shame, the consistent sorrow that typically comes with that. Now, I understand that the Lions have had a couple of good years, but historically speaking, like, if we're lucky, we've got the Wings doing well. Other than that, we're just sitting here contemplating the unique umami flavored profile of buckshot when it comes to sports, right?
Oh no, don't tell me that sumo's infected by that Detroit bug too.
No, just the people I choose to root for.
Oh.
So I've got 4 guys who I've been getting behind this tournament, right? I figure, hey, I'll just go ahead and pick like a quarter of the guys and hope that they do well, and it's fucking 4 of them. Surely they can't all be doing badly.
Oh man.
So the guy who I thought would be fucking killing it right now, Kota Zakura. He is ranked Ozeki, which is like the second highest rank you can get in sumo, right? This man is like this close to becoming the cream of the crop. And he is not having a great tournament right now. I think he's like 3-4, 4-3 right now, which isn't a terrible record for like your average sumo wrestler, but for someone of his rank, that's not fucking good, right?
I mean, yeah, you definitely want the L's to be way fucking smaller than the W's, and
Oh
that's about
yeah,
even, especially if
definitely,
you're high ranking.
absolutely, absolutely. And then we have everyone else who I'm supporting. Shishi, big Ukrainian guy, right? Just big hulking motherfucker. I just thought to myself, you know what?
Shishi.
Yeah, dude's name's Shishi.
That's a fun name.
He had a couple of bouts in like there's one of these tournaments that happens every 2 months. He had a couple bouts in the March tournament where I was like, okay, you know what? He's kind of doing something for me. I'll go ahead and throw my support behind him. Bro, I think he won one match so far. Halfway through the tournament with a victory.
Oh,
And then we've got my
that
boy.
sucks.
And then we've got my boy Ura. Now Ura is. I genuinely feel like this guy could have had a hell of a career as a pro wrestler. Unfortunately, his knees are fucking shot. But to protect his knees, because he's like a little guy, to protect his knees, if he gets like thrown out of the ring, this man will take the most fucking spectacular bumps you have ever seen to protect his knees. Like, he's doing fucking front bumps, dude. He's doing front bumps from like the fucking clay onto the ground just to make sure his knees aren't shot. Now,
Geez, that's one way to protect your knees. Just the rest of your body's gonna be fucked, but your knees are gonna be okay.
yeah, well, he'll figure that part out eventually. I think he's like 2-6 right now. But in fairness, those 2 wins were both really, really hype. So, Ura is the closest thing I have to like a success story right now, right? And then there's fucking Midori Fuji. Now, Midori Fuji's is a little motherfucker, right? Taller than both of us, I think. But for sumo, he's like tiny little motherfucker. But he's just like built. And he's really agile. And he's really good at like fucking just getting in there, fucking moving people as quickly as possible, right? Has picked up a single goddamn win.
God damn, that
My boy's
sucks.
going 0-8 right now.
And
And then, and then I look at all the people who like I almost picked. They're all doing great. Nishiki's kicking ass. Nishiki is kicking ass. If Ono Sato doesn't win, I will figure out how to suck my own dick.
That's the key. You gotta almost pick people.
Dude, that's it. I gotta hesitate at the last possible moment. And then they will fucking kill it. Well, we still got
So is this a league that's out there? Can people like go what like?
Yeah, so Grand Sumo is hosted by NHK, which is a channel in Japan. They have a YouTube channel where they throw all of their stuff up on. I find it much easier to watch on like the website, nhkworld.com or some shit like that. You can Google it and find it pretty easily. Just NHK Grand Sumo.
NHK Grand Sumo.
Yeah, they don't keep stuff up for very long. Like, I don't know if they, at least on the website, like, they don't have the March tournament up right now, for example. They take that down when they start putting the May tournament up, but...
Okay, fair
do
enough.
a little bit of digging around on YouTube. It's really not that hard to find archives of, like, tournaments going back several years. I've actually been meaning to, like, go back and kind of try to catch up. At least catch, like, some of the bigger tournaments, because I've got a friend named Austin, twitch.com/TheMinoCheetah. Go check him out. Great fucking guy. he's like my guru when it comes to sumo. So I've been meaning to like, now that I know that this archive YouTube page exists, I've been meaning to pull him aside and be like, hey man, give me like 2 or 3 tournaments I should watch on stream. That would be fucking hype. Just so I've got something to do during the off season.
No, what little sumo I've liked, I've enjoyed. I mean, once it does get physical, good God, it's like watching 2 fucking H1 Hummers just ram into each other.
Dude,
It's a little, if you're a Westerner, used to something like pro wrestling, it tests your patience a little bit, because I've watched a few sumo matches, and like it takes a while. Like I know there's like some official ceremonial thing where like they salt, and then like they act like they're gonna start, but then they don't, and then like, all right, we're gonna, and then we don't. Like that's a little.
So with the shit that you're gonna be seeing on like NHK World or the YouTube or anything like that, it's cut down to highlights.
Oh, okay.
Like, you're not really getting a whole, like, you don't get some B-roll of the ceremony while, like, the commentator's doing his fucking thing, but you're not actually watching all of that. It's the entire day's worth of events broken down into, like, just under a half hour usually, right? Depending on how long the actual bouts go on themselves. And the bouts themselves, like, there's a lot of ceremony and shit that happens beforehand, but, like, I think it was day 7 of this past tournament, there was a bout that went for just under 3 minutes, and I was losing my fucking mind, because that is unheard of.
God, yeah, that does, because
I've seen bouts last 3 seconds.
Right,
I've seen
right.
bouts last less than 3 seconds. Like, on average, a sumo match is going to last under 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, that's what little sumo I've seen. Usually it's like, and then usually one of them gets tossed out the fucking circle or knocked on their ass, and like you said, all that happens within 30 seconds. So, like, yeah, half hour, that's...
3 minutes, not a half hour. Oh my god, a half hour would be fucking insane.
Okay. I severely misunderstood.
Like a half hour.
I severely misunderstood.
I might have misspoke in fairness, but no, it was like a 3-minute bout. But like, again, for sumo wrestling, this shit lasts 30 seconds on average. 3 minutes is a fucking eternity in, like, sumo terms. It was fucking nuts.
There's a joke here about lasting 3 minutes average, but like, we're a classy podcast.
Yeah, there's definitely a joke here about the fat white guy being excited about something lasting 3 minutes.
Oh.
There's another joke to be made about the fat white guy getting this excited about Asian ass, but I really like how your water bottle picked up the green screen there, so it looked like you were drinking Clef Club.
Right. Fuck you, Prime.
Which I have to imagine is going to wake you up, but give you the worst fucking UTI of your life. That's the me influence there.
No, it's kind of cool, this program. Like, I actually don't got a screen at all. It's just all fucking... It just figures out what's not me and crops it out.
Yeah.
Like, it does a pretty okay job. It's a little choppy, and, you get see-through water bottles sometimes, but...
I mean, look, man.
Command Center, yo. Rangers.
I've been doing this shit long enough to where, like, occasionally I will just, like, sit back and look at where we're at now compared to, like, when I started doing shit on the internet. The fact that you can just, like, super easy peasy green screen shit, with no actual fucking green screen, and, like, knowing what lies behind you. It's like not a solid color. It's like a room, you know?
Nope.
There's
Yeah,
like
no, I straight up got like a whole like pantry shelf behind me and got like a china cabinet on the other side and
yeah, like
no, like
you've got like collectibles and shit, and like the fact that technology has advanced far enough to where you can do that with just like easy to get software. Like a lot of it's like you can do that on Discord just built in now.
oh yeah. No, it's
That's
crazy how in not such a long amount of time. Like I remember trying to half-ass do a project like this like 10 years ago and like just the amount of manual editing like one would have to do in
oh,
something like
100%.
Riverside. Shout out to Riverside, making this so like we had our frustrations on episode 1 and hopefully we're dealing with the tech issues and you
I
know
I've worked with Riverside long enough to know that we will continue to have frustrations down the line because this shit ain't perfect, but like yeah, compared to what existed 10 years ago, I'd have fucking blown a dude to have Riverside 10 years ago.
oh no, 100%. Like I'm not gonna lie, if we get like you know, a good handful of episodes in here, and this is something like in which I fully intend, you know, taking seriously, man. I'm probably gonna end up shilling for the premium version of the software because I'm a fan, and like even the free, like full disclosure, I'm using the free version. You know, if you're watching on YouTube, you see the watermark up in the corner. If you know, you're on Spotify, you heard the audio watermark in the beginning, you know, it's completely free software, you know, but honestly, that's the only drawback. Oh, and video's not quite 100% HD, whatever. But like whatever, it's an audio. It's a podcast, yo.
You're missing nothing
You
with me, folks. I look like a goblin was face fucked by a shovel.
with your fancy Joe Rogan microphone, fucking looking like an alien dick.
You ever do DMT?
Jimmy,
You ever sniff DMT with your asshole? Jimmy, Jimmy, pull up a video of DMT. Jimmy, pull up a video. Yo, did you hear that Obama invented COVID? That's crazy. Jimmy, give me more TMT. I'm gonna platform as many dangerous assholes as I can and not ask them any questions. Oh, you gotta need DMT. This is the asshole who America's gonna trust. DMT.
oh, Joe Rogan, you crazy.
It still fucking blows my mind that, like, one of the leading voices in America today is the guy who used to force people to eat fucking bull testicles.
Secretary of State, Joe Rogan.
Like, it's just bleak, man. This shit makes my fucking cock frown.
No, like, I like Joe Rogan, like, as an interviewer. Like, I think he's good at, like, asking questions and getting shit out of his guests, especially ones that aren't really comfortable talking. Like,
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
people take his opinions too goddamn seriously. That's
absolutely, like, the thing that really salts my peanuts about that guy is just he doesn't fucking think about who he has on. He'll bring on people who spout dangerous ideas that other people are going to swallow hook, line, and sinker because it's on a major platform. And he's just thinking, well, this is going to make a good conversation. Jamie, bring me more DMT. Like, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just like, people are responsible for themselves, right? They're responsible for what they fucking believe in. That's true. But at the same token, if you've got, like, a major fucking platform, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's your responsibility to put, like, 2 fucking inklings of thought into who you're bringing on and what they're gonna be saying.
yeah, and, you know, me and you, we come from the world of pro wrestling, so we recognize, you know, how am I trying to word this here? Especially with the timing and shit, sometimes it seems like he knows how to fucking work up a crowd for the sake of, you know, working up a crowd.
Oh,
And
absolutely. It's a bunch of carny bullshit. I'll call it what it is. It's a bunch of carny bullshit.
yeah, you worded it better than I did, but
Not to sound like Jimbo Cornimbo, but you know, he's a fucking carny. That's like a lot of like fucking grifters and podcasters and people who like just occupy the internet space. The internet's the new fucking carnival, dude. Like, I'll be perfectly honest, I'm a fucking carny. Well, I'm trying to get you in my fucking tent. So you can spend money in my fucking tent. You know, that is anyone who, but at the same token, once I get a big tent, once a bunch of people start coming into my tent, I don't know, man, I'm not going to let any fucking neo-Nazis in my tent. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to do that now, but like, you know, once my tent's big and people are starting to come in, you got to pay attention to the acts that you're allowing in the fucking circus, you stupid dumbass carny. Otherwise, people are going to burn down the fucking circus.
I mean, yeah, you know, people do gotta, you know, be careful, you know, about, I don't know, like, generally speaking, like, I'm not like, I can talk to anybody, you know, regardless of, like, their affiliation and shit like that, and, like, I have some fucking friends that are close to me that believe some pretty fucked up stuff that, like, I do not subscribe to, like, at all, you know, but, you know, but this at the same time, I'm not bringing them in as. You know, I was not. Hey, don't worry. We're not bringing those. It's okay, Milo. We're not bringing those people in. We're not.
Milo, they do not have space lasers. Calm down.
I'm trying to get Milo calm down here for a second.
No, it's okay. You heard the conversation that he had to spout off his anti-Semitic conspiracy theories.
He's like, I don't give a fuck. Alex Jones shouldn't have been on that show. He knows what the fuck he did about Sandy Hook. He knows he did those fucking people wrong, and Joe had him on anyways. Fuck that shit. Stop defending Rogan, Cody. Stop it.
Shit.
No, but
That took me the fuck out.
But no, I think what I was talking about, like I can talk to anybody and be friends with anybody, but like, yeah, you gotta know, like, at a certain point, having somebody on at a certain point, like, you know what you're doing, you know what buttons you're pushing, you know who you know you're poking the goddamn bear, like.
You can feign ignorance all you want, but like,
what are we doing, Pope? We're talking, like, I understand that, like, this is just a podcast of us, you know, catching up once a week and whatever, and we just so happen to be hitting record and calling it a podcast, but like, man, it's like, all right, we're going to dive into the podcast. What are we going to talk about? Episode 2? Let's shit on Joe Rogan. He's only one of the most powerful podcast influencers.
Dude, I'm honestly, like, first of all, hello, welcome to knowing me in general. This is just sort of what I do. I'm just floored that I haven't gone on an anti-Ronald Reagan yet. All right, yeah. I could shit on Ronald Reagan all day long. That's like America's favorite pastime, in my opinion. Hi, it's me, I'm America.
There goes my shot of ever getting a gig at the Comedy Mothership.
You were just sitting there defending them. Your position is secure.
He shouldn't have had Alex Jones on. He shouldn't have had fucking a lot of people on.
Yeah, your dog's not going to be allowed on the show, but you're fine.
Speaking of gaining traction, I think I sent you a little screenshot, because I took a couple of clips from last week's show and I made them into shorts. And one of the shorts I made did not take long to get traction. I don't know if it was just because of the name recognition. It was a clip I made called Cody Loves, in all caps, Cody Loves William Hung. And the clip literally just starts with me going right into she bang, and like almost immediately that shit got almost 200 views. So we might be gaining some traction as a show now, thanks to William Hung and the legacy of William Hung. And right now, just so we can get this edited into a 15-second clip, I'm going to get really close to the camera here, so you know we can see the plea in my eyes. Hello, William Hung. I'm Cody from Cody. Fuck. Okay, take two. Take two. We're not gonna use that.
I'm sorry.
These
the
bumble
comedic
fucks can't put together a coherent sentence.
Oh god, the comedic timing of that. I can picture that so clearly in a Dr. Nick voice. Hi, I'm Cody from Cody. Ah, fuck.
Okay. Internal dialogue, positive energy. Let's go. Okay. Hello, William Hung. I'm Cody from the Clef Club podcast with my co-host Brandon Bronson. I hope you're doing well, and I'm asking you very sincerely, please come on Clef Club. I want to meet you, William Hung. Thank you.
That would be the greatest fucking moment of my life, and I once
So
saw Mark Henry in an airport.
So I'm gonna tell you, Pope. When I started this podcast, it was an honest attempt, because you're good people, and you're one of my better friends, and I want an excuse to talk to you once a week, and that was my goal when initially starting this podcast. However, one of my new goals, if this podcast solely exists so I can meet my childhood hero, William Hung, this will all not be for nothing, and there will be a reason. If we can get William Hung on this show, and full disclosure, I don't know if I ever want to. I don't know how long we want to stick with this format. I don't know if we want to start bringing guests on. I'm not against the idea, but honestly, I kind of want to just keep it me and you because I like the vibe of it. No offense to any of our friends. We have some really funny. We have some really talented friends. We have some fucking idiot friends too. But
it's alarming how close the Venn diagram is to a circle.
But no, it's nothing against any of our friends or anybody that we know. It's just
that
really
you weren't born with a cleft. Fuck you.
But our first and so far only guest invite is gonna go out to one William Hung. So once again, Mr. William Hung, if somehow this clip catches your algorithm, please come on the show, Mr. Hung. Please.
No, man, I'll go ahead and...
William Hung, talk to me. Tell me your name.
Sing to us, sweet angel of music. I'll go ahead and throw a second invite out there. If I could talk to the ghost of Thomas Jefferson, I will fucking jump on that opportunity. If you were a supernatural expert and you could get me in touch with Thomas Jefferson, and you could prove to me that it's fucking Thomas Jefferson, we will not allow you on the show until you can prove to me that it is Thomas Jefferson. Buy a bag of Sour Patch Kids.
Pope, we have different goals, but that's okay.
These are very one of your childhood heroes. I want to look the scoundrel in the eye. I want to look the scoundrel in the eye beyond the spectral void and tell him that he doomed this nation from the very beginning. It's your fault. It's your fault, Jefferson. It's your fault.
Okay, I'm glad you said Jefferson, because for a minute I thought you were talking about William Hung.
No!
You did not doom this country, William. People in the music industry might say that.
Hung is
God
the
damn it,
only
I
reason
love you,
America
William.
is still alive today. William Hung came when America was in its darkest hour and united us as we've never known before.
It is true. I didn't really think about it. That appearance came not too much longer after, September 11th, one of the nation's greatest tragedies, or the world's biggest tragedies, and he came together. It was the SmackDown 2 days after Lillian Garcia singing the national anthem and William Hung singing "She Bang" that healed us as a nation. I don't think William Hung came around till 2004, but you know what? We're gonna go with that.
Look, it was still during the first Bush term. It was close enough. And I did not think that we were going to like sit down and earnestly talk about William Hung for 2 weeks in a row. I
Oh
am
no, this
so
might be a
fucking
weekly
content right
segment.
now.
No, like I'm telling you, this is gonna be a new thing. Like I might have to shout out each and every week until we success. This is gonna be a campaign. Like fuck getting a McDonald's sponsorship. Fuck Blue Chew. Speaking of fucking Blue Chew, get 15% off when you put in the promo Clef Club. Get a hard dick courtesy of Cody and Pope.
And
Pope
please
Brandon
let
Bronson
us know
cares.
if that works.
Pope Brandon Bronson cares about your wiener and wants you to.
I want that thing veiny. I want it throbbing. I want it purple. I want it swollen.
He's gonna puke.
He's gonna puke. He's gonna nut. He's gonna nut.
Get your first month free. BlueChew.com/Clef Club. If you actually try that and it works, holy shit.
And
Not
if,
Blue Chew, the promo code. The Blue Chew will work. I promise you. I can't promise the Clef Club.
And if you're a potential sponsor looking to promote your product here on Clef Club, go outside and scream. Just scream. We'll hear it.
Oh, speaking of weekly segments, fuck it. Let's turn this into a weekly segment too. Hi, Laura Phoenix. How you doing?
Hey, Laura. How you doing? Larry.
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 It's me, Laura. Shout out to Laura Phoenix. Hope you're doing okay. Enjoying your day. Thanks for listening to this clip.
Laura Phoenix and the
How's the radio?
Laura Phoenix and the Oregonians who pick up garbage from off the beach on the weekend.
Which, by the way, like, I know Laura, like, works at a professional radio station, like, legit for a living. So, like, the fact that I'm diving into this
So this has to be
amateur.
particularly painful to sit down and listen to every week.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
It has
like
to be
audio.
like a unique how. We're the reason Laura Phoenix picked drinking up. She's now known as Laura Seagram's Phoenix.
Holy shit. I gotta remember not to take drinks during setup. Brought to you by Zero Sugar Mountain Dew.
Thankfully, not all over the screen.
Yeah, thankfully, like, it might not stick, because of the sugar, but still all that liquid, due to lack of sugar, it's not gonna stick, but we don't want beverage all over the cameras here.
Yeah, you really don't want to hit it with the old Tajiri gimmick, brother.
Oh, man. So, shit, anybody else you want to shout out? While we're here?
Shout out my boy Tupac Shakur. Gone way too soon. We're keeping your memory alive, big dog. California love from Detroit, Michigan.
R.I.P. Harambe.
You know what, dude? Actually, I want to shout out motherfucking Netflix.
Yeah?
I never thought that I would do such a thing, but Netflix just fucking picked up Sesame Street, right?
I heard about this.
And unlike HBO Max, they're airing new episodes of Sesame Street same day on PBS.
Okay, that's cool. That's
So,
really cool.
Like, you watch it on PBS, you can watch it on Netflix. You miss it, you can just pop it on.
No, and like me and you, we don't need to put over Netflix and how big a fucking platform that is. I mean,
Oh.
it's a big deal in the United States alone, but like,
Yeah,
you
like,
know,
I'm
great
not...
worldwide, that's huge. Like,
Yeah, like, not to sit here and suck a multi-billion-dollar corporation's dick or anything, but, like...
No, they don't
look,
need
man,
it.
I grew up on these streets. These streets is important to me. It's nice to know that someone's out here taking care of my boys. Shout out Big Elmo. Shout out Big Bird. Shout out Snuffleupagus. We call him Snuff Dog.
no, it's good to know someone's got Sesame Street's back. You know, it sucks what's going on with fucking PBS. I don't know, like, I understand a lot of its federal funding got cut. I don't know exactly how much overall
I
that
think
budget is, but
a drop of a drop of a drop of a drop in the bucket. Going after PBS to balance your national budget is like going after the lone termite that is eating your house while it is on fire. Like, there are so much, like, there are significantly bigger dicks in the gangbang that need to be sucked right now. And you're handling fucking Puny Peter over here? Come on, buddy. The fuck are we doing?
and I don't know if you're familiar with, first of all, Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, like him in general, just as a person, he's always gonna have a fucking special place. Like I hear
Genuinely,
like
that man is my hero.
no, I hear any clips of him out there, and like it say, how am I trying to word this? You know, everybody knows that he was a special guy, but like, I don't know, just something about like, you know, that man just speaking out of the kindness of his heart. Like it speaks to me on a high level, if that makes any sense, like on an emotional level.
Absolutely.
You know, we don't need to talk, and I'm sure he would be completely ashamed of our show, but he would love us the way we are, but I don't know how he would feel about the show.
Yeah,
I was going somewhere.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you remember his? I'm sure you do, the speech that he made in the like at some point in the '60s to Congress that basically got PBS federal funding to begin with.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite speeches just to go back and listen to in general. Like, you know, I got like wrestling promos I like listening to. Yeah, I got. No, that's one of those that like. I don't know where I was going with that.
But... I feel like that's on the fucking promo list.
Yeah, when. Just to me, when you're fucking with PBS, you're fucking with that legacy. And that just, it's hard not to look at you like a fucking like a straight up cartoon villain when you're fucking with PBS. Like you said, out of all the fucking people and everything you could be going for, you know, like
right,
PBS, like
for
fucking real,
Big
like
Bird in between the lions. Get fucking real, dude.
Like, we're out here trying to make people better human beings, and
like dude, like the entire budget of what we're giving PBS is like what? 2 battleships? How many are we going to build this year?
Yeah, that's just it. Like, and I know, you know, PBS has other sources of funding, but I mean,
viewers like us, yeah.
But
here's the thing: I know viewers like us. They need that government funding.
Yeah, that's just it. I know that it's a big.
Like, I love PBS.
I worry about the future of PBS, and I hate, like,
I love PBS with every fiber of my being. I've actually got, like, programs that I will watch on PBS. I have a show that I follow on PBS. I watch that shit with my friend who pays for the fucking streaming service. You know what I mean?
I love the Red Green show. I'll tell you that right now.
Red Green kicks so much. You know what? The show that I watch on PBS, I genuinely feel like your wife would fucking love. I need you to ask her if she's ever heard of a show called All Creatures Great and Small.
Okay, All Creatures Great and Small. I'll send her this clip.
It's this really fucking cute British show that's just like about a couple of veterinarians in like around World War II. And they do, like, veterinary stuff. And, like, you know, I'd never seen Call the Midwife, but, like, I have to imagine it has, like, a similar kitchen sink quality to it, where it's just, like every episode has a plot, but, like, nothing fucking huge is happening, you know? It's not like American television show where they need to have some fucking big hook every episode. You know, it can be kind of boring. It can take its time, and it's just like such a fucking cute, charming show. And like the characters are all like really likable and well written. In the modern version, there's a classic version where half the characters are fucking assholes, but like the modern version, it's just such a fucking good show, and I feel like the missus would get a huge kick out of that.
Oh no, she loves British stuff in general. Past couple days we've had British Bake Off in the background. That's one of her go-to. Uh, not what I don't know if it was British Bake the the Great British Baking Show or
Some shit
whatever.
like that.
It's,
British people
Paul,
make sweet shit.
Paul Hollywood and Noel Felding as a host for some reason.
No Felding, you reminded me. Speaking of British television recommend, it is weird how much I've gotten into British TV over the past few years.
Oh, I love the Mighty Boosh.
Oh yeah. Got a few people you recognize off though. Are you familiar with a show called Taskmaster?
Yeah, roommates here are into that show.
Dude.
That shows up on my YouTube list sometimes, and like, yeah, the little bit I've watched, it's fucking amusing. I'd probably get into it more if I watched it more.
Oh, dude, it's such a good show. And then in a similar vein, have you ever heard of one called Would I Lie to You?
Yeah, that is also a show that they pretty much get shown back to back, and
Yup.
kind of like Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy would here. You know, you just kind of associate those shows with each other.
100%, yeah. No, those are both fucking phenomenal. Another
Who's the
one-
host?
Oh, God, I couldn't... Oh, which show?
I guess either one.
Would I Lie to You? Couldn't fucking tell you. Taskmaster, it's Greg the tall guy, and... Little Horn!
But
Greg McTallfuck, I think that's his name. I think his name is like Greg Taskmaster.
Greg Taskmaster.
Can I just say how much the bit of just like a first name thing he does, how much that cracks me up? Like
Yeah.
back when Danhausen was in the ROH, every time he said Dave Honor, I fucking clapped my thighs together and squealed in delight. It's been like 6 years and that bit hasn't gotten old.
Oh man, speaking of Danhausen, it'd be nice if he was being used. Is he injured or just not being used or shit?
No, dude, I think that Tony Khan is just like fucking wasting him. Like I have, it's weird how much this comes up with me, but like, I wish that Danhausen would have got scooped up by TNA. Danhausen and TNA would be in like Joe Hendry's spot right now.
Oh yeah, because they would actually use him.
100%. Like I'm happy he didn't link up with the Fed. The Fed would have fucked it up. Like Danhausen is too Danhausen for anyone else to really be putting a finger in that pie the way that the Fed would. I'm not saying that they wouldn't come up with something fun for him, but it wouldn't have been fucking Danhausen. Like, Danhausen and TNA would have been hype. Unfortunately, Tony Khan scooped him up because the Man Fucking Moves merch, and then all the shit with CM Punk happened, and, like, Danhausen is very vocally a punk guy. So...
Yeah, that just sucks, like, in general. Like, not even just in wrestling, just everywhere. That guilty by association bullshit.
100%.
Like, I was gonna branch off a funny joke about, like, and that's why I don't fuck with the Keebler Elves. But, like, I wasn't clever enough to link that together.
I don't know, something about that just completely out of the fucking blue has a certain je ne sais quoi to it.
These bumble fucks can't even put together a sentence.
Hey, you know what I have to say to you?
Baba Booey.
That's what I have to say to you.
Oh, you got sound effects.
I've been waiting this whole fucking time, waiting for the moment to hit the Baba Booey. The fact that I went like a minute 10.
Oh, we're a real production with real sound effects and everything now. We got a soundboard.
Dude, we got
Oh, the
What more could you
horn!
want? I had like a fucking 4-second delay on it. Holy shit, that's an awful sound effect, but you get the gist of it. Alright, well,
I get. Oh,
alright.
we could play that sound every time I do an impression I'm not supposed to do. We'll be on here like 3 weeks later, and we'd like to apologize to, well, basically everybody.
Oh, I didn't have any sad music queued up.
No, that's okay. Uh, well, I mean, shoot, we've been going about an hour and some change. I think probably start wrapping things up here, unless you got anything else, any other shout outs you want to do this week, or
That about covers it for me. I guess if you guys are interested in seeing more from me, twitch.tv/Bo Brandon Brownson. Really the only thing
what was it? What was the name of that? Where you can check out that sumo wrestling?
NHK World. You can look them up on YouTube. I would suggest looking up the website, though. They've got everything. Like, look up Grand Sumo on there. They'll have the entire current tournament that's up, entirely subtitled, whittled down to just all the best bits, all in a half hour. Shit's hype. You've never given sumo wrestling a shot, give it a chance today.
No, dude, you're putting it over. I'm definitely going to be checking it out. Maybe not right when we get off here because I got some things, but I'll definitely be checking it out shortly. Like you're putting it over. You're getting me wanting to check it out. You say anything else you want to plug?
If you have a plant, remember to water it. I know that sometimes we can forget to water our plants. Here's your reminder.
Remember to water your plants. Remember to feed your William Hong. And
Shit.
yeah, I know.
Did we
I
put
know.
him over 2 weeks in a row and I still didn't remember to feed him? Oh, God, he's never going to come on our show.
Shout out to IWE. It's been officially announced on IWE socials. August 3rd? Huh? August 9th. Oh, even sooner than I thought. August 9th, Heritage Days.
Let's go.
In Mayo, Michigan. August 9th, Heritage Days. We're coming back, baby. IWE.
Let's go.
I don't know what exactly is in the plans. All I do know is that we're coming back. Take two. IWE, we're coming back better than ever.
Sweet Christmas.
Okay, that was the worst plug ever. IWE deserves better than that. We're gonna go. Okay, I'm sorry these post-show plugs are taking way longer than it needs to. IWE deserves better than that. Not even third or fourth rate Trump impression. That was like, Jesus Christ, is this bumblefuck even trying? Okay. All right. IWE, August 9th, Heritage Days. We're coming back. Whose ass am I kicking? I don't know. But come check it out. I'll be there. Feature John Campbell, he'll be there. Derek Crow, he might be there, but fuck, don't let that stop you from showing up. Derek Crow, go fuck yourself. Rick, I've heard Rick. He's a good guy. Like I'll talk to Rick. But this Derek fucker, he can eat shit.
This Derek fucker is like just the most natural sentence I've ever heard in my life.
No, this Derek fucker can eat shit. And sorry, that was during the official IWE plug. We're not going to officially tag them in anything. Like, I'm not promoting this show much. If you hear it on accident, that's your plug. But I mean, please don't associate my language and my behavior with IWE. they're a family-friendly company, and
It's
we
okay.
are.
Thankfully, the majority of our listener base are crab fishers off the coast of Alaska. They're probably not going to be able to make the show anyway.
Yeah, and Laura Phoenix, she hears the fuck word sometimes, so I think she's okay. She's more offended by the fact that we're getting into anything that remotely resembles broadcasting. I think she's okay with swearing.
It's actually crab fishermen who she's got the issue with. She doesn't hate us for anything I knew. She just can't stand our fucking who we cater to. She's more of a Maine crab lady.
So for the crab fisherman, for Laura Phoenix, for that motherfucker Derek Crow, this has been the Clef Club podcast. Hope it's been good talking to you.
Good talking
We'll
to
see
you,
you
buddy.
next week.
Bye.